that
Okay.
Sorry.
one. Tell me when you're ready to roll.
I'm ready.
Okay. So one of the things that we like to look at using math in our profession is movement. So we use what we call, this is a goniometer, and it measures angles or degrees. So one of the things that we'll look at is what we call the total arc of motion. Total arc of motion is the movement of external rotation here. So if we have Emily go back as far as we can, okay? The arc of external rotation there is 99 degrees.
Okay.
Then we go to internal rotation here. Is that as far as you go? Relax. And the internal rotation is 63. So we said 97, that's what we said? Plus 63. That is an arc of 97 plus 63 is 160 degrees. So if we refer to the graph here, this is information or data that we took during an overhead screen for athletes. And we can see the statistical outliers, which are highlighted here in green and in yellow. And based on the averages or the means and the standard deviations from those averages, we can tell who of these student athletes is at a higher risk of injury. So we use that information in math to determine injury risk based on research and p-values, which is higher level math and research. And we use those numbers to help us determine who we need to maybe get into our clinic and teach exercises to stretch that range, to improve that range, and to decrease the injury risk.
Okay. So, do you explain this to the students, like when you're going through all this with them? Do they know what's happening?
They know what's happening, and we follow up with the statistical outliers that are at a higher risk of injury to get them on a regimented stretching program to hopefully prevent them from having significant injuries.
That's fascinating. Thank you, Mr. Rod, for sharing this with me.
My pleasure. Thank you for your time.